What is going on, everybody? We are back with some more Thursday night football plays for the Dolphins versus the Bills. I have some player props as well as some sportsbook bets, so make sure you guys watch till the end. We went 4-1 on our free picks yesterday. We actually ended up cashing our little parlay for you guys. We had, I don't know if you can see this or not, it's the Phillies minus 170 and the Braves minus 165. A little parlay. $50 would have won you 127, so more than double your money here. It's like 2.5x right there, so really good value there. Good slip for us. We did cash if you guys played it. 4-in-1 day, not too bad. Hopefully we can do it again. I will be picking a winner from our last video to get a free month of VIP. I do this in every single video as long as we hit our likes. So if this video gets 150 likes, I'll pick a random comment to win a free month of VIP. You do have to be a subscribed to win. So make sure you guys leave a comment in the video, hit that sub button, and make sure you guys hit that like button as well. So let's go ahead and pick our winner from our last video. Our winner is going to be for He Who's Back. He said that Purdy pick was based yesterday. Purdy pick ended up cashing pretty easy. I'll be honest with you, based, I'm not sure what the definition of that word is, but I might have to do some Googling on that. But anyway, He Who's Back, you got yourself a free month of VIP, man. Send me a message on Discord, and I got you your free month. But anyways, guys, we are going to go ahead and jump into these plays. If you want to get every pick that we post, you can get them over here on our Patreon or our WAP. For $25 a month, you get every slip we post. We've been smashing NFL, and I think we're going to keep going strong this season. So make sure you guys join one of those, join our free Discord, and let's go ahead and jump into these plays. So these plays are on Prizepicks. I did lock these in a little bit earlier today, so I don't know if they've been bumped at all or not, but we are going to go ahead and take a look at these. So first pick of the day is going to be our Goblin play of the day. I ended up locking in Tyreek Hill. So took our man Hill, took Tyreek. We ended up locking him in over his Goblin receiving yards, which I actually like this play a lot. It is obviously high because he gets so many receiving yards, honestly. So over 98.5 is his original line. You can buy it down to 79.5 on Prizepicks, which he's cashed 6 of his last 10. He's cashed at 65% of his last games last season, with tons of games over 100 yards. 215 was his peak, his first game last season. And then so far this season, he had 130 receiving yards versus Jacksonville. Close win, 20-17. Obviously, we ended up playing some money lines on that, which ended up chalking on us. The total, I think, went over, but or maybe the total went under. Anyway, I can't remember exactly how that went. But anyways, you can't see Buffalo gives up 6th in the league in receiving yards at 216 per game versus wide receiver, still 6th, 128 receiving yards allowed. So they don't give up a ton, have a pretty good pass defense, and I do think Tyreek's still going to be able to get 80 receiving yards for us tonight. I think he's going to be one of the main targets for our man Tua, and I really like this play. Looking at his first game, he had 12 targets, an average of 18.6 yards per reception. Longest reception was 80, so I don't know if he's going to hit an 80-yard reception. Maybe he does. It is Tyreek Hill. Obviously, he's a beast. I like this play, man. If you look at their passing versus passing plays, it was 40 passing plays out of 65, which is 62% for the passing plays. So looking at Miami pass versus run rate, they throw the ball 58% of the time, and really like this play. So got to lock in our man Tyreek Hill as our first pick of the day. It's going to be our only Goblin, so if you guys want to fade it, you can. But I ended up taking Tyreek Hill over 79.5 receiving yards as our Goblin of the day. And for our second pick of the day, we're actually going to stay over here on the Miami side of things. We're taking Tua. I ended up locking in Tua's passing yards over 265.5. I do have a free slip for you guys if you want to lock it in, which I'll show you in a minute. We got him at 265.5, so he has been bumped 4 yards, which is a pretty, I mean, percentage-wise, it's not a lot, but if he ended up with like 267, I'd be pretty upset if I took it at 269.5. So I think he's gonna get hit 270. So I think this is probably about as high as I would go on his passing yards. I do think he's gonna cash 269.5. So let's go ahead and pull him up over here on Outlier. If you guys want to get a 7-day free trial of Outlier, links down in the description. But taking a man Tua, passing yards, if I can find it on here, there's so many props. Passing yards over 269.5. You see, it is 265 on some sports books right now still, but 269 on Prizepicks. I still like the play. He has only cashed at 4 of his last 10. He only cashed at 44% of games last season, so he did struggle a little bit cashing this number. Only game this season so far, I cashed 338. That was versus Jacksonville. And I do like this play. Head-to-head, he's been under one of his last 2 games versus Buffalo. His last game, he didn't. He had 170 yards back in January. The game before that, in October, he had 282. So still close to that number. I do like the play. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my write-up for this play. I put Tua looked like he was going to pick it up where he left off last season. He threw for 338 yards on 37 pass attempts versus Jacksonville. They're at home this week against the Bills, which should be a competitive game that has a 49-point total. He hit this line in one of his last 2 games versus Buffalo. The Bills were 10th in the league last season in passing yards allowed, which is good, but they did get beat deep a lot. So they were near the bottom in passes, over 20 yards allowed. So look for Tua to have another big night at home. You can see Buffalo 7th in the league right now at 196 passing yards per game allowed, which is low, way under this number. But I do think Tua's going to cash it tonight. I like this game. I like this play, and I got to lock him in. Over 269.5, you get it there. We got it at 265.5, and I'll go ahead and pull this slip up for you. You get our third player prop. We ended up playing Tua with Josh Allen. Took Josh Allen's rushing yards. So $50 wins you $150 if you guys do want to tell it. So you already see our third pick of the day. It was Josh Allen. 39.5 rushing yards. 37.5 is what we got it at. I actually don't even like this bump as much. I think this bump's about as bad as the Tua one, to be honest. 2 rushing yards right there is a lot. 40 is a lot. Maybe fade the... If you want, I'm going to let you guys choose this one, because that 39.5 is tough. I know it's only a 2-yard bump, but those 2 yards will get you a lot of times. I know you guys know all about the hooks. Getting hooked on a play like that would really make me mad. We're going to pull up rushing yards here. Rushing yards, they got Josh Allen over 37.5 still on some sports books. It is 39.5 on Prizepicks. Unfortunately, you can see the percentage goes from 52 to 48 just by that 2-yard bump. Cashed it 5 of his last 10. He went under his only game this season, which was Arizona, where he had 39. So he would have cashed it. He literally hooked this number. I'm going to say fade 39.5. If you want to get it at 37.5 on other platforms, I would do that. But fade at 39.5 on Prizepicks. I don't know, man. I'd hate to get this number again at 39. So head-to-head, he cashed it to one of his last 2 games versus Miami. Realistically, man, like, the only reason I ain't taking it, or I'd say not taking it at 39.5, is because he hooked it his last game. His first game. That's what worries me, is I'd hate to have it hook or something again. But you can't see versus Miami last season. He had 67. He had 17 the first game, but back on January. Had 67 rushing yards. Miami's rushing yards defense is 7th in the league, 97 allowed per game versus quarterback at 17th. Allowed 18 per game versus quarterbacks. Now, looking at my write-up for our man Josh Allen, I put he's one of the better running quarterbacks in the league. He had almost 1,300 rushing yards over the last 2 seasons. And his last game of the season last year against Miami, he had 15 carries for 67 rushing yards, which obviously is really, really good. He had 39 yards in his week 1 against Arizona as well. See Josh Allen running even a little bit more this season, in my opinion, without Diggs. So look for Allen to have a solid game with his legs in this one. So the 39.5, man. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. If you want to take it, if you want to risk it, I think he's going to get 40 yards for us. I really do, but I don't want to tell you to take it and then him get 38 and cash the original line and chalk the bump. So I'm going to let y'all choose that one, but realistically, I do think he's going to get 40. So those are our 3 plays for player props. Tyreek Hill, Tua, Josh Allen. We got 79.5 receiving yards, 269.5 passing yards, and then 39.5 rushing yards. So locked them in. If you guys want to lock in that slip, it is right here. Obviously, both of these plays did get bumped. But I do have some sports books for you guys, and I play them on Rebets. If you guys want to tell these plays, you can download the Rebet app on both Apple and Android devices. Use code ACES when you create your account. You get yourself a free month of our VIP if you sign up using our code and make a deposit. So Rebet is available in 46 of 50 states. It's only not available in Michigan, Idaho, Nevada, and Minnesota. If you're not in those states, you can get this one. So let's go and pull up our free slip for you guys. I took Miami Dolphins minus 2.5. And then I played it with the total over 41.5. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe that helps. So we got Dolphins. I played $75 on this to win 185 plus 147. I did only have the Dolphins minus 2.5. So I think they're going to win by more than, or by at least a field goal. Minus 120 odds here. I took the Dolphins money line pretty much. And I like that play a lot if you want to play it by yourself. Now, I just threw in the over 41.5 because I think I think it's going to be a mid-scoring game. The total's sitting at 49. I bought 7.5 points. So minus 280 odds. If you don't want to throw that in, you don't have to, but it just made it a little bit more than a double up, which I liked. So it makes it like 2.5x here instead of like a point or 1.8 or 1.9 or whatever it ends up being. But do like these two plays if you want to lock them in. Dolphins minus 2.5 and the total over 41.5. Obviously, don't play the total by itself. If you want to play it in a parlay, you can, just to add a little bit more of a payout. But that's what I did. I think both teams could score at least 21 points, or I think even if the Bills only get 14, maybe Miami will end up with 28 and still cash this for us. So either way, I think they're going to cash this play for us. I like it, and I locked it in right here, $75 for 185 if you guys want to tell it. So those are 5 picks. Can't see. Well, let me close out some of these. All right. Your boy is very unorganized right now. So Tyreek Hill, Tua, Josh Allen. Those are our 3 plays for player props. And then we paired them. We got right here. We got Dolphins minus 2.5. And then over 41.5 points total. So sorry about the unorganized video here, guys. I'm struggling a little bit. But anyways, hope you guys have an awesome day. Hope we cash these plays for you. Hope we sweep, maybe make you guys a little bit of money. Make sure you guys leave a like and a comment on the video for your chance at VIP. Make sure you guys are subbed. I do appreciate every single one of you. And I'll see you in the next video.